Well, I've decided never to go to Yorkshire. And which sucks because I really want to go to the Yorkshire Dales, and now I'm not gonna. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna get a ferret down my pants.
Welcome to Spaghetti Junction. My name is Gareth.
I am Bruce.
We talk about things.
We
You just don't know where they're gonna go. So before we start, we're going to do a miraculous thing and say what's coming up.
Oh wow! Because we've never done that before. We always say we're going to do it.
I think we've done it like once by mistake.
Where we actually said the topic right at the beginning.
Exactly. And I don't think we actually have like a set topic name. I haven't really worked one out yet. But we're going to be chatting about some interesting sports or events that
really,
I don't know why they're being done.
Or really why they should be legal.
Or why they should be illegal.
Why they are legal and why they should be
illegal. From the amount of pain which is put onto the human body, literally.
And I think if considering after the heaviness of last week's podcast, we definitely need something a lot lighter.
Yes.
And a lot less serious.
I agree with you. A little bit more breathing space.
I think that was sort of Sherman tank heavy and then went into blue whale heavy.
Oh, basically. I think the tank hit the whale and they both collapsed.
The whale squashed the tank, one of the two.
Yes, one of the two. Yes, so that's going to be actually very cool. Very fun, very relaxed. We found some really cool stuff that is actually legit. And I think then we'll have a vote. Would you or would Bruce or would I do it or not?
Okay, that's an interesting question to go into because there's quite a few that I...
Yes, got some pearlers. And the fun thing is that they're actually all real.
That's crazy.
That's why I love this.
Okay, well, firstly, we've got some comments though.
We have some comments and the biggest
listeners.
We actually have listeners.
We do.
Yeah, because we are extremely grateful. I mean, did I mention it in the last podcast that we're averaging over 20? I think
you might have, but
I'm saying it again.
Doesn't hurt to mention it
because I'm excited. We're excited. Yeah, so thanks for listening. I think we're doing really well. People seem to be liking it.
That's it.
And we appreciate you guys watching, listening. Well, not really watching because there's nothing to watch yet. It is coming. Yes. It is coming.
Yeah, we appreciate the views.
No,
smash the like button.
Why do you want them to smash the like button?
Because it helps with the algorithms and makes us better and more well known.
Algorithms.
It's all about us.
Google that. Yes.
Cool. So
yes, we have a few comments from some of our loyal listeners that we wanted to share. It's quite funky. Throw us one.
Our mental health one.
Yes.
Definitely hits a lot of views and was quite a hot topic.
Yep.
Love the podcast. Best one so far. I thought that was really encouraging.
That's very cool. I had one when we did the South African slangisms. This is a bit long, but I have to say it because it's pretty well written by someone. They said, yes, like, I was gutful with all the kak you Okies were talking. I thought you're going to have Kif on the list, but you Blixums missed it. Flipped, man. Get it right next time, XA. Otherwise, I will take you outside to check your tackies, your massa. So thank you for that colorful comment, which we endear to ourselves. Thank you.
Basically, what we gleaned from that, gleaned is a word, is that we left the word kif out of our slang, out of our South African slang podcast. They were very angry. Yes, I know.
But they were grateful because they got all the right words. So they must have been listening.
They did.
And they actually took that time to actually merge all those words together.
Absolutely.
It means they love us.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
What have I got here? When is the next edition of Spaghetti Junction coming out? After doing all 4 in one sitting, I'm going into withdrawal. We're drug dealers, man.
We're drug dealers, exactly. We've now moved from podcasters to
drug dealers,
enablers. I think the word is enabler, because if you're a drug dealer, then that's bad. But if you're an enabler, it means it's I didn't force you.
No,
just helped you. Yeah. Didn't make you do it. And one of the other ones, the last one that we have right now to share is your podcasts are awesome, bud. Keep on keeping on. You are doing something awesome.
Fantastic.
So thank you for the love.
I actually also got a message from someone that I'd forgotten about.
Oh.
And
I think you actually shared it with me once. I'm not sure.
I think you did.
No, I think you did.
No. Let's see. Where am I? No, I'm just doing this off the top of my head because I'm trying to find it.
I'll find it, Bruce.
No, here it is.
You got it.
I got it.
Yep. What did they
What
say,
did she
Bruce?
say? Oh, and this is something interesting.
Yep.
What? Yeah. Thanks for sending me the podcast. It was really insightful. Really awesome to hear you guys sharing and your banter. It is really good podcast. Looking forward to hearing the next one.
That's nice. There was one that someone sent to you that said that they haven't laughed like that for the longest time. There was one about that as well.
I honestly can't remember that. So
they sent that one to you, and then you shared it with me. They were basically just saying that they haven't laughed like that for a very long time, and they're really enjoying the podcasts.
That's fantastic.
Okay,
I'm glad you reminded me of that one.
I remember that person. They were very nice. So we're enjoying the love. It's just nice to know, that you guys are loving what we're doing. We're loving what we're doing, but it's just nice knowing, hey, man, you guys are enjoying yourselves.
That's it, eh?
So we thank you for enjoying yourselves after so many episodes. We're grateful. We love you guys.
That's it. This is episode.
We're looking at 16 right now, episode 16, because we did the conversation of rabbit. Don't look so funny to me. I'll explain this to you.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Freaking fishbowl eyes doesn't help me in this conversation.
No, I'm sorry. My thoughts went.
You were trying to work it out.
My thoughts went somewhere. My face followed suit.
Yeah, I was weird. So the Ravi Zacharias conversation, it started on episode 14. It then moved into a second half, which made it episode 15.
And now.
So right now we're on 16, which sounds like we've grown as boys. We're on 16 episodes.
That's crazy. I mean,
watch out, we're nearly on 20.
Yeah, there we go, man. 20's coming.
I might need some time alone in the bathroom if we hit 20.
Jeez, I can't believe it. Wow. Oh my word.
I'm sorry.
And you heard it here, folks.
And hopefully it's past our 30 seconds, so we're fine. We're okay. We have to wait for 30 seconds at least, or a minute, and then we're okay.
Or take a box of matches in one of the two.
Box of matches?
Apparently, you're supposed to burn a match. I don't get it.
No, I didn't say what I was doing in the box.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the problem, and I think this is where
you can go where you want to go with that.
And I think we're going to get another email from YouTube just now if we don't actually move on to the
we're allowed
onto the normal podcast. I don't think we're going to get
normal podcast.
I don't think we're going to get through any episode now without talking about
our friendly friends at YouTube.
Yes, who don't want us to be happy. Anyway,
right. Clap your hands. One of my favorite ones.
Okay, so these are sports that are completely legit.
Yes, but there should be like at least a danger warning on them, on the box or the bottle.
Well, that makes me think of a meme I saw a while back.
Yes, I like memes.
I'm not saying we should kill the stupid people. Just remove the warning labels and let nature take care of itself.
Nice.
So basically, maybe these are sports without the warning labels?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I think so.
So give us the first one.
Well, the one that I've known about for a while, actually, and it's on YouTube a lot, and it's been shown on Netflix have a very cool show as well where they discuss things like this. But the major one which they show is on cheese rolling. Cheese rolling. Basically, it's a very a very long hill with holes and divots and rocks, or not rocks, and they're chasing a cheese. It's
a steep hill as well.
Steep is the word I'm looking for. So it's a 9-pound round of double Gloucester cheese. It has to be a specific cheese for some bizarre reason.
Okay.
It's a rule. Can't break it. Slide your legs. It's rolled from the very top of the hill, and competitors chase after it down to the bottom. The first person across the finish line is crowned winner with the cheese as their prize.
Oh my word.
Originally, the aim was to catch the cheese. However, with its 1 second head start and how quickly it speeds up, it can become pretty difficult and dangerous. In the past, spectators have been endured by the rolling cheese, and in 2013, the cheese was actually replaced with a foam replica for safety reasons.
Wow. How nice of them.
I know.
So the cheese, so basically the cheese doesn't get damaged. It's the people who get damaged as they're going down.
Yes. Probably most of the stuff that we are going to talk about is probably on YouTube by now, I would imagine. I mean, you must have a watch of some of these guys falling down hills. It's just a human reaction to watching other people get hurt. That's not you is super enjoyable.
You know, you know what? Then you're probably a little bit more of a sadist than I am.
Why do you say that?
And considering we've established that you're the girl in this relationship.
Whoa! That was a once-off conversation. So screw you.
Oh, sorry. What happened on the Ravi Zacharias podcast
Stays
on the Ravi Zacharias podcast.
Exactly.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That was a once-off comment. I don't like it.
Yeah. If you get off on watching that stuff, that's like.
Yes, that's not girly.
Okay, but I don't do that. I don't. Maybe I'm being girly, but because I don't watch it. I don't know, but I can't watch people getting hurt. I like if I have the inkling, like if a video comes up on like Instagram. And I'm like, I have an inkling, like they're riding a bike or they're doing something. I'm like, unless it says Red Bull,
yeah,
not a sponsor.
Wish they would.
And I know the person's actually going to get it right because he's part of the Red Bull team.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bracing myself to what because I might be watching someone injure themselves really badly.
So you don't watch?
I just can't
watch. Jackass, for example.
No. I was never into it. The only Jackass stunt that I really thought was cool was the fire hose rodeo, where they hung a fire hose from a scaffolding.
Yeah.
And then one of the Ikes, one of the guys, sorry for our international listeners, would put his feet on the nozzle, sort of, and stand holding onto the
attached to it, yeah,
and holding onto it, almost like we'd be sliding down but on the end of it,
yeah.
And they switch it on full blast.
Oh, those things go everywhere.
Yeah, with the guy attached to it. And I was like, yeah, I'd try that.
Get damaged easily.
But yeah, and I think there was no like padding or anything underneath it. So when he got thrown, he just
exactly.
Okay, but other than that, Jackass never. Yeah, I didn't think getting a fish hook pushed through my cheek would be.
No, there's some stuff that I wouldn't do. But some of the stuff looks. I probably wouldn't do much of it, but I would laugh a lot at it.
I'd probably do more stuff on Fear Factor than I would have on.
So this cheese rolling takes place. Yeah, exactly. Moving on.
Where does it take place?
It takes place in Cooper Hills in the parish of Brockwith, Gloucester. That's why they do the cheese. There's their own cheese brand.
Okay.
See, now that's where it's from.
And it's in the UK.
Yeah. So the main competitors are locals from the village, however, people have come from all over the world to take part in the unusual sport.
Yes, because I'm going to spend that much on an airplane ticket
to fly all the way there to run down a steep hill and break my leg and damage my head, yeah.
To be awarded a cheese that you probably can't even fit in your overhead luggage.
No. There's even a pub in the neighbouring village named after the event called the Cheese Rollers.
Of course there is.
Where the contestants visit for a bit of Dutch courage before the event and celebrate after it.
Dutch courage with that thing.
So now, interestingly, though, this came from the 15th century.
Cheapers. Because people were stupid back then too. Eh?
There are a couple of theories of how the sport came about, though. The first is that it was used for This is interesting, though. There is actually a backstory to this. It's not that dumb. Well, it could be, but the first is that it was used for maintaining grazing rights on the commons. The second explanation is that the event is of a pagan origin, where people would throw bundles of burning brushwood down the hill, representing the new year after winter's end.
So who decided to start running down after it?
This belief is why the masters of the ceremony scatters buns, biscuits, and sweets at the top of the hill to encourage the fruits of the harvest.
Oh, jeez.
But that's interesting, though. It actually came from something reasonably interesting, and now it's just a cheese. So the rules. I want to hear some rules here. There are actually rules in this.
Wow, there are actually rules. Okay, please hit us with the rules.
There are 4 downhill races, 3 for men and 1 for women. Okay, I don't know why women don't want to. Probably because women aren't as stupid as the men running down hills after cheese.
I think there should be 2 for women and 2 for men because
do
of
too.
equality.
It's
I
equality.
believe in equality. If the men are going to injure themselves rushing down a hill, I think the women should be just as
Amen.
entitled to injure
Amen,
themselves.
brother. So
Because equality.
it's 3 for men, 1 for women, with a maximum of 14 races for each. Although more usually tend to race. Some years I've seen up to 40 on one hill at the same time. 40.
I just feel sorry for the hill. Like, I'm so sorry.
Well, that hill is over. And they use the exact same hill every year. Every year. The master of the ceremonies kicks off the event by shouting, 1 to be ready. This is true. 2 to be steady. 3 to prepare, at which the point the cheese is released. And 4 to be off.
Wow.
They've thought this out. It's not just a random throwing yourself down the hill thing. And it happens normally late spring bank holiday on a Monday, which is the UK. So yes. How can you participate, Bruce? You do not need to meet any criteria to enter this or fill out any paperwork. All you need to do is arrive on time at the top of the hill and make yourself known to the organizers. Although be warned, this isn't a sport for the faint-hearted. You'll be entering at your own risk, and be sure you don't wear your favorite pair of jeans. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Knowing with the amount of snowflakes in the world now, you probably get people who complain afterwards saying they didn't realize it was this rough. We weren't warned.
Yeah, well, this is why they said you go at your own risk.
Well, there you go.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Have you ever heard of something called chess boxing?
Chess boxing?
Yep.
Oh, boy. I'm bracing myself.
Is that a no?
I'm bracing myself. No, I haven't. I
No.
probably haven't heard of anything that you're going to reveal to me. This should. I think the title of this should be Bruce Reacts to weird sports because.
Would you have ever done cheese rolling? Because that's our first question.
No.
I probably would.
Okay. You can go and do it. I will film you. And this time,
I know,
I
and you
probably
will laugh.
at you.
You have to laugh.
And I'll put it on the
Thank
Spaghetti
you.
Junction podcast YouTube
See,
channel for everyone to see.
I'm helping you to laugh at people's misfortunes because you'll know that I will get hurt. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah. I'm going to, and
Yes.
yeah.
I'm yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that.
So chess boxing
Boy.
is a hybrid sport that combines 2 traditional pastimes, chess and boxing.
No
obviously.
way.
Crazy, hey?
You're kidding me.
Crazy, bro.
Chess boxing
Is
combines chess and boxing.
Weird, eh?
Wow.
They-
Who'd have thought?
It's crazy.
Who'd have thunk it?
So contestants compete in alternating rounds of chess and boxing. The basic idea is to combine the 2 disciplines, one demanding mentally, the other physically, into a merger sport that demands the most of its competitors. And there is actually a governing body called the World Chess Boxing Organization, the WCBO.
I have a feeling that is made up of probably a couple of guys who could never get a girlfriend.
Why would you say that?
Because, no.
You'll find many men who will probably get girls because they can chess, they've got the brains, and they've got the brawn. It's a perfect mixture. Yeah, exactly. So chess boxing was invented by a French comic book artist and adapted by Dutch performance artists as an art performance, and has subsequently grown into a competitive sport, and it's particularly popular in Germany, the UK, India, and Russia. Now, I want to give you the rules.
Please describe how this works because
Here's some rules. You ready for them?
I'm so ready.
Great. Let's go. Here are some rules.
Rule number 1.
Sorry, I'm looking for my rules quickly. Okay, so rules. A chess boxing match can end by any of the following: victory by knockout or technical knockout in boxing, or victory by checkmate in chess.
Jeez.
So,
Wow.
you can beat the crap out of someone and win, or you can beat the crap out of them in a mind game in chess.
Because considering those are the 2 winning ways
It's
you
brain and
win.
brawn. It's brain and brawn. So, and then there's a loss due to exceeding the chess game's time control, 9 minutes. Okay. Victory due due to disqualification of opponent by the referee, which is due to inactivity, due to overextended playing time in either chess or boxing, in chess or boxing rounds following multiple warnings, or a loss by resignation.
Okay. All right. So now I have to ask this.
Yes, please do.
So how does this work? Do they set up a chess table right next to the boxing ring?
Pretty much.
And then what do they start with? Do they start with the boxing or start with the chess? Because I mean, like, it would be pretty hard to start a chess game once you've been pummeling each other. So maybe you start with the brain thing first.
No, you actually do it in rounds.
Okay, so
you'll do a boxing round.
Okay,
and then you'll alternate into an amount of timing for chess. You go back in the ring again. You get smacked. You get out and play a bit more chess. You get back in again.
Okay.
Do you see where it's going?
I need to ask this. How do they pick up the chess pieces with their boxing gloves?
They obviously would take them off, you dum-dum.
But that takes a long time. Do you know how long it takes to lace up and unlace a boxing glove?
I don't know, Bruce. I've never done it before.
Yeah, it takes for flipping forever because they tape it up as well. They lace it and then they tape it so that the glove is
the bottom line
solid.
is they have a plan. For a silly sport, you'll make sure that you do it properly.
Maybe they have two people sitting there and the boxers stand on either side of the chess table and they tell their moves to the people sitting at the chess table.
Bruce, this is getting quite in depth. I have no idea. Damn it! I'm just bringing you a sport.
Listen here. I'm critically thinking.
These critical
here.
now.
This is a rational, critical questioning of the sport, and I want to know.
Bruce, I'll be honest, I don't know.
That's all you have to say.
Okay.
Because I'm just getting visions of two boxers with black eyes sitting at a chess table trying to pick up chess pieces with their boxing gloves, and it's really not working. But
Bruce, no, it's not. Okay. Fireball soccer. It is what it sounds like.
I know this
one. It is what it sounds like.
Isn't it in like South American countries
you're getting
or something?
There, yes, you're getting there.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's mental.
It's locally known as, I'm going to say it wrong, obviously, Sepak Bola Api. Unique game played by Indonesian students to welcome the month of Ramadan.
Okay, so Indonesian. Oh, so it's a Muslim-based.
It's a Muslim-based. They just
to celebrate Ramadan.
Linked with Ramadan, sure.
Ramadan, sorry, not Ramadan.
But I'm sure it's played more than that. So fireball soccer is a more extreme sport, obviously, than regular soccer matches.
You think?
Duh. The ball is made from a coconut from a palm tree, soaked in kerosene, which is petrol, obviously. No, kerosene, paraffin, whatever. Some say that they bathe the coconut ball for a week, while others just say it's 30 minutes, so that the fireball will burn for the duration of the game. The pre-rituals before the game are vital things to do by the players. They light the coconut on fire, soak all the players in salt and non-flammable spices, say a little prayer, good idea, do something before it starts, and start kicking the ball with the coconut with bare feet. Players are said to train their spirit and go through a special ritual that apparently makes them impervious to fire. So it's not just a sport, it's a spiritual moment as well.
Wow.
That's interesting. Players follow set rituals prior to the match, including fasting. It is said that after completing all these rituals, players will no longer be terrified of the fire and play the game well.
I have a question.
You always ask questions about this kind of stuff.
I have a question on the fasting.
Yeah.
Fasting involves not eating.
Correct, Bruce.
How long is the fasting period? Do you know?
Such bizarre
because
questions.
because I'm wondering.
How am I supposed to know that?
Because you haven't eaten for 3 days and you decide to go and run around a flipping soccer field. You're gonna fall over and you're gonna faint.
It's probably part of the fun, Bruce.
See, like the other challenge is like see who can stand upright
and not get burned
because they haven't eaten for 3 days.
Exactly.
Jeez, like oh my word.
But that's a sport, but it's also a spiritual event.
I must say it does look pretty cool because they do it at night as well, don't
Yes,
they?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, because it looks amazing. Because only a flaming
But you gotta-
coconut during the day is
It's a
probably not that
yes,
impressive. It's not that
a bit
impressive.
boring, eh? Exactly.
Whereas at night,
It's like, come on, guys, just do something real.
It's
Not
like
only break your foot on a coconut, make it spectacular.
It's like they played the game in the daylight for like the last 100 years, and then suddenly it happened at night, and they were like, "Hang on a minute." Like, oh, this is better. Check out our YouTube video. Our YouTube views suddenly went up.
I know.
I wonder why.
Crazy.
Oh, we played it at night.
Here's one of my favorites that I okay. Would you do that sport?
No, I'm sorry. I don't do stuff involving fire.
Huh.
Something that can like end my life.
It won't
End me.
end your light. It'll just
It'll end my
probably
life.
end your foot. End your lights. Yeah, it'll be lights out. Ferret legging. Ferret legging is a sport.
Ferret.
And I would beg to say it's probably in England. It is.
Oh.
It's in Yorkshire. Ferret legging. Here we go. This is one of my favorites. This I probably would not probably. If I was offered a lot of money, possibility.
I don't know. I know they say everybody has a price, but flippin' hell.
Ferret legging. This I don't have a price for. Okay, here it is.
I'm going to write that down because I'm going to have questions about this one.
Ferret legging. Okay. Ferret legging was an endurance test or a stunt in which ferrets were trapped in trousers worn by a participant. Also known as put 'em down and ferret down trousers, it seems to have been popular among coal miners in Yorkshire, England. Contestants put live ferrets inside their trousers. The winner is the one who is the last to release the animals. Now, I don't know if this is said here, but I did read it, is that they also choose not to wear underwear. Ferret legging may have originated during the time when only the relatively wealthy in England were allowed to keep animals used for hunting, forcing poachers to hide the illicit ferrets in their trousers. Following a brief resurgence in popularity during the 70s, it has been described as a dying sport. I wonder why.
Yo, jeez.
Although, hold on here, a national ferret legging event was held in Richmond, Virginia, in America,
Oh, dear.
from 2003 to 2009.
Jeepers.
After that, many have not been able to have sex in Virginia and do not have their ding-dongs.
Well, I've decided never to go to Yorkshire. And which sucks because I really want to go to the Yorkshire Dales, and now I'm not gonna. I'm afraid I'm gonna get a ferret down my pants.
Wonder if
Set foot just over the county line of Yorkshire, and suddenly there's
it's a ferret in your pants.
like, what the hell?
Well, I would imagine in that area is probably a really good pickup line. Baby, do you want a ferret in your pants? No?
You know, it's probably boring because they've probably heard it so many times. It's just like, eh.
Yeah. How long is your ferret? Probably she would ask that question. Anyways, it's a pleasure.
No, I'm sorry. And you know what? I gotta be honest. That I think that would be probably more traumatizing for the ferret than it would be for the
It would
dog.
actually be.
I think
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, that'd be like,
That'd be wrong.
yeah.
So it's probably illegal due to the ferrets. They've made it illegal for themselves. Because what ferret in the right mind would maybe put down someone's pants?
No, that would be.
Unless it was looking for nuts.
Ferrets don't eat nuts. Squirrels do.
How about Vienna's?
Jeez, like. But
I'm just saying.
But that would be. I think the whole that's cruelty to animals. I think. Eh? That's,
An attempt
that's
to introduce a female version of the sport called ferret busting, in which female contestants introduced ferrets down their blouses, proved unsuccessful.
Gee, I wonder why.
And you're surprised? Why?
Yeah, I think they maybe wanted equality, tried it, and said no.
Yeah. That's why there was only one race for women, because they were like, nah.
Maybe, yeah.
So there are records in this, by the way. In
Of course they
1972,
are.
the ferret legging record stood at 40 seconds. 40 seconds. But a few years later, the record has risen to come over 1 minute. And eventually in 90 minutes.
Really?
Wow. No, it says minutes. I checked the spelling. It's minutes.
Maybe the guy's a eunuch.
The ferret's
he's standing there. He's like, what?
and the ferret's like, what am I doing here? It's smooth like a runway. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just lie here and have a sauna. Yeah. 90 minutes. That's got to be boring. I'd imagine that just
I can think of a
slept for a very long time. Maybe he warmed the trousers. I had a bit of curry the night before.
Oh, jeez.
Warmed the trousers and then slept like it was in a sauna. That's probably how it lasted.
Okay, maybe.
Sorry. I'm just trying to be real. Oh, this one's nice. And this is actually very interesting, besides the ferrets. But this is an actual, it is called Bo Teoshi. I'm going to also say that wrong.
Okay.
Bo Teoshi. I'm just going to spell it out. Bo Teoshi. I can't spell. Bao.
Japanese sport?
You are very good, Bruce.
I know. I get that a lot.
Please bear with me as I try and spell it properly. Bo Teoshi. Oh, man, it's Bo Teoshi, man. Sorry, I do have a link, but it's not giving me the right link that I want. So bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. You ready for this? Bo Teoshi. It's known also as. Wow, the lights just went off there. I probably will not give it the rights pronunciation, but it's basically Bo Teoshi,
Okay.
also known as pole toppling. It's a capture the flag-like game played on sports days at schools in Japan. The game, traditionally played by cadets at the National Defense Army, the Academy of Japan, on its anniversary, is famous for its size, wherein two teams totaling 150 individuals each vie for control of a single large pole. Each team is split into two groups of 75 attackers and 75 defenders. The defenders begin in a defensive orientation respective to their pole, while the attackers assume position some measures away from the other team's pole. A team concedes if its pole is brought lower than 30 degrees to the horizontal. Until a rule is changed, the pole had only to be brought lower than 45. So basically there are 75 on the one side, and the 75 are defending their pole.
Okay.
And if you're on the opposing team, you have to do all you can to bring down the pole with 75 people around it. And you can see how it's going to get violent. This is a violent one. Okay. This is a sport that should definitely be... but a match lasts for 2 minutes.
Sure.
A team loses when their pole is tilted, to a 30-degree angle. A referee will indicate this using a flag and then declare the winner. It sounds pretty brutal, to be honest. And you've gone very quiet, so obviously
hence
you're trying to work this out.
I'm trying to think. It does seem a little bit more serious than some of the other sports you've mentioned. So
yes.
Kind of like, okay, all right. I'd have to go and watch some.
But you'll be glad to hear that punching, kicking, strangling, pulling heads, and similarly dangerous roughness is prohibited.
So what the heck do they do? If you can't do any of that, what do you do? It's like, sorry, can you please lie down because we're trying to get your... oh yeah, sure, kind of thing.
Have you got time for one more, Bruce?
I do, always.
We do have time for one more?
Yes, we do. We're actually doing very well for time. So
no ways.
Yeah, believe it or not, for once. It's been a while.
Okay, well, this is very short and easy. Shin kicking.
Like, oh my word.
And what I love about these ones which are from England, they date back to the 16th, 17th centuries.
From England?
This is why I like them. Because they've got history. As you get your shins cracked, you can think, I'm part of history. It's hard to believe that kicking your enemy in the shin, it dates back to the 17th century.
Oh, word.
In this fairly self-explanatory activity, two competitors attack the other shin until one cries, "Sufficient!" So you can't say ow, or stop, or go away.
Or like a safe word like...
Kumquat.
Kumquat. I was thinking the same thing. Because what movie is that from?
I know this is yours. You said it a few times.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know where it comes from though.
It comes from remember when they brought They eventually brought back Vin Diesel for another Triple X movie.
Oh, you mentioned Triple X. That's right. No, I haven't watched
it's there's the one little hot little sort of tech slash computer girl.
Yeah.
And she's like that's her role within this team that Vin Diesel, Xander Cage takes leadership of.
Yeah.
And she's into him big time, and she tells him his safe word is kumquat. I was like, yes, I laughed at that.
So this one here is sufficient.
Wow.
Actually, the sport has come a long way towards reducing injuries since its inception.
Oh, thank goodness.
When players competed with steel-toed boots.
So what do you literally just stand there?
Today, only soft shoes are permitted. And to make it even softer, competitors are allowed to stuff straw into their pant legs to soften the blows.
So do you literally just stand in front of each other
and shin kick?
And it's like one...
And get the shin kicked out of you.
But what? No. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. What's the deal? Does one person take a shot and go ding and like right leg kicks left shin, and then the other?
I think they have their leg that they have to always use. I don't know the full rules. You're like on pointer. Okay, I'll get you the whole rules. If it makes you happy, I'm going to find the rules.
No, don't make me too happy because YouTube won't be too happy about it.
Shin kicking rules. No, I'll find you the rules just to make you happy. Okay? Here we go. It does not involve kicking the opponent to the ground nor pushing the opponent to the ground. Shins must be kicked before a throw can... Now they're throwing people. Okay, I don't really need to find out this. There's 10 rules of this thing, by the way.
10 rules.
I don't know who sat down and thought, let me think of 10 rules. Go out and kick the crap out of a shin, and whoever lives wins.
I think they were like me. They were critical thinkers.
They
really sat down.
Very much like you.
Sat down and
for me, it's like
unpacked this.
For me, dude, it's like, okay, rule: kick him in the shins until he cries and says sufficient. Bruce, I want to know all the ins and outs why this must happen. Okay, so for you, Bruce, this is it. How to shin kick successfully.
Gee,
you ready? This is for you, Bruce.
Okay, please lay it on me.
The aim is to weaken an opponent by kicking his or her shins. Once the legs have been weakened, a competitor may throw an opponent to the ground off balance over a leg, provided that the grasp of the shoulder is kept. These are for your rules, Bruce. Okay. So basically, you can kick them, and then your aim is to throw them. A successful throw involves unbalancing the opponent in the course of a kick. It does not, in bold writing, involve kicking the opponent to the ground nor pushing the opponent to the ground. So you got to kick really hard that they flip and fall over. Shins must be kicked before a throw can be achieved. Contact must be made. A throw is not valid unless the thrower is in the possession... Sorry. A throw is not valid unless the thrower is in the process of kicking and is 1 foot off the ground. Someone was like you. They sat down and worked this out.
Wow. I think there's probably someone with way too much time on their hands.
If the kick is above the knee, the throw must go to the opponent.
Well, that's not a shin kick. That's a thigh kick.
Thank you, Bruce. The first person to hit the ground loses. Yeah. Yeah. So you wanted the rules. You have the rules.
You know what? I was actually just thinking, I do that from time to time.
I like it when you do that.
The reason that we've never been visited from intelligent life from another planet is because they've looked at us and gone, we're not going anywhere near that because there is no intelligent life here.
No, it's not.
They'd be like, we're going to go to that planet over there because these guys are messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Let me end on a really dumb one. And this will take like literally a paragraph because we're not going to go into this because this says it enough. This one, it's not painful. It's just like painful to listen to. Like, really? This is called hobby horsing.
Okay.
Tens of thousands of spectators pack into a makeshift arena. This sport called hobby horses made its debut on the world stage. And they make it sound like epic. On the world stage. Like, really? In 2017. With the release of a documentary. Wow. Okay, in it, participants, mostly young girls, ride what Finland obviously now, called stick horses through a circuit of jumps and obstacles similar to what you would see in an actual equestrian competition. So it's not horses.
It's hobby horses.
It's a hobby horse.
Yeah, so it's
like we're used to them.
stick with
It's
a horse's
wooden.
head. Sometimes with a wheel on the back.
And these aren't just sticks with stuffed fabric horses attached to the end, with heads attached to the end. They have names and breeds, bloodlines, temperaments, specialities like trail riding, jumping, or dressage. Riders see the sport as a way to interact with their friends in the horse world.
Why don't you just go ride horses?
Many, though, own real horses or take riding lessons
Oh,
at
thank
nearby
goodness.
stables. They can actually,
Wow.
yeah. On that, thank you for listening. Yeah.
Guys, this has been,
Yeah, this has been,
real.
I think this has been the Spaghetti Podcast.
Spaghetti Junction podcast.
You're right. Sorry.
Guys, this has been the Spaghetti Junction podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share.
And cry a bit with us.
Cry with us, yeah, because we're going to go cry. But
If you had to do one of those, what you're going to do after this podcast?
yeah, I probably wouldn't do any of them.
Which you have to.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, fine, you won't. You can just watch me falling down a
Yeah,
hill.
I'll film it.
Running after a piece of styrofoam cheese.
There we go. That's it.
It's not even a real cheese. That's really unfair.
I know that is.
Okay,
I
we're
think
done.
it's unfair to the cheese.
It's not great either. Yeah, let's get out of here. It's been good.
Cheers, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a like one. Bye.
Bye-bye.